High School Game Day here at Sports Network, MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. Guy Newcomb sitting alongside here on High School Game Day. We welcome into the show for not his first appearance, many appearances here, Eureka High School Wildcat head football coach, Jacob Sumner. Coach Sumner, thanks for your time today.
Thanks for having me on, Guy. Appreciate it. Good to hear from you.
You guys, off to a good start, 4-2 on the season. Tell us a little bit about the two-thirds point, I guess. You're over the halfway point, but tell us how the Wildcats are doing.
Yeah, just really pleased with our group of kids, a talented group of young men, hardworking. We're pretty spoiled around here at Eureka, where we get a great crop of young men that believe in what we do, and this group's fit the mold. You know, we've had a little adversity with those two losses back to back, and just these last 2 weeks, just been really proud of the way our kids have came back and practiced and really worked and getting us on the right track. So it's another great Eureka group of kids that we're lucky to have.
You know, coming into this season on a successful season a year ago, 9-2, a year ago. What did you kind of have to replace due to graduation, and who are some of those folks that are stepping into those roles?
Yeah, last year we had a running back broke our single season rushing record in Kevin Emanuel, and that was a big piece replacing there. Right now we got a couple of kids rotating there, doing a great job for his spot. And then for us defensively, pretty exciting as far as returners go. We returned most of our defensive backs and all those guys, a skilled group of guys that are back: Aiden Cruz, Alan Brown, Josh West, Michael Hotop. And we had, a new corner out there, Mr. Bennett, but just a good returning group. And then on the O-line, had a couple of pieces we replaced. We had two returning starters, Eli Kraft and Drew Swingle, and then some nice young up-and-coming guys. But we're pretty lucky and pretty spoiled around here and because of our kids, because when we walk out a great group, there's some guys waiting in the wings to step in, and we've been really pleased with those guys. Obviously, another returning starter being Ryan Thornhill, two-way kid for us last year, Trey Haneke. We've just got some great young men that when there's a vacancy, they rise up, and no different this year.
Class 5 District 2, but tell us a little bit about your conference, and how's that set up, and kind of who's kind of the front runner right now.
Yeah, so conference-wise, we play in the Suburban Gold Conference in the St. Louis area, meaning we're in the top tier. All the suburban schools are kind of grouped out according to a seeding system, and we are in the Suburban Gold Conference in the top conference. District opponent: Marquette, Kirkwood, Pattonville, Hazelwood West, and Hazelwood Central is our conference. I believe I'm hammering them all there, but playing the best conference in the St. Louis area for suburban schools. We love it that way. Our schedule's tough, and that we like that challenge every week, which is good for us and good for our growth. And it's a tough conference. And, as far as it gets down to the playoff stretch with that Class 5 District 2, we think our schedule is a great thing for us to be built and learn who we are by the time we hit that playoff bracket.
At what point do coaches kind of start taking a peek at that district standings? I mean, you guys right now are sitting at number 2. Just ahead, 13 points ahead of Parkway Central. What do you kind of start taking a peek at that, looking like, hey, this is what we need to do, or is it just, hey, we're just going to win every game?
We all as coaches, we're that one game mentality, and with our schedule, with our suburban schedule, we've got some pretty tough games, in our conference, and we got to be one game at a time mentality. But there's always a once in a while when we take a peek at that thing, and if we stay game by game and keep doing our part and winning the week, a lot of times, no matter what, that district seed takes care of itself, and how our point system works. So we just got to keep going out there, competing and getting better. And we've that's been a good focus of ours these last couple of weeks after, those couple of reverse moments. And we peaked, I guess.
Yeah, you take it on Lafayette Wildwood, and you're at Lafayette, which is, you probably walk over there. It's not that far.
Yeah.
So expecting a big crowd over there, from Eureka?
Yeah, I'll tell you, Guy, this is this game between us and Lafayette. They call it the Battle of 109 because 109 connects both of our schools. A lot of our kids are intertwined from middle school and just other things over the years. It's a great environment. It's a great just rivalry game between the two schools. I mean, it's every year it's a tight game. Teams tend to just bring a great game plan from both sides and great crowd. And we hope our kids travel well, especially up there just talking to our cat pound guy, and we love that environment they create, which is our kind of student group, and we're expecting a big group, and it's a fun game to play. And if you're a kid, it's exactly what you want Friday night football to be.
And they got you last year, but it was a close game, a touchdown game a year ago. Previous to that, you guys had won 6 in a row, including some state tournament matchups. What are you going to have to do to come out on top, on Friday night? If I open up the paper or go to scoreboardguy.net or Missouri Sports Network and see that the Wildcats came out on top, what will you have done on Friday night to kind of to put yourself in a situation to win that game?
Yeah, I mean it's a skilled Lafayette football team, and what we preached all week is just focusing on us and taking care of our side of the game plan. We love our group. We're talented, also. For us, it's about doing the things we need to do with detail and finishing, and creating momentum plays and riding those momentum waves and just coming out and playing a good physical football game and controlling what Eureka can and taking those other adversity moments and making the best of them. And as our record and our games go, they're always tight. When you look at those scores, they're always tight games, and that's the thing that we've been focusing on and having a great week of practices and in that mix too. And we had a great one yesterday, Tuesday. So hopefully we can just keep getting one rep at a time better and ready for those big moments, because there's going to be plenty of them on Friday.
Again, visiting with Eureka Wildcats head football coach Jacob Sumner. And Coach Sumner, at 2/3 of the way through the season, are you guys relatively healthy, other than outside of bumps and bruises that everybody gets at this point?
Yeah, we've had a couple injuries early on, and guys coming back healthy, which is exciting for us. But we stayed relatively aside from just the typical football things, we've been pretty good healthy, except for one position group. But yeah, we're excited. That's just part of the way it rolls each week, and our kids have done a great job and battling through some things, and just proud of them.
And it looks like we may get some weather turning. I don't know when that's going to get to you guys, but I saw maybe Saturday morning high there's going to be in the 40s, and that's much more like football weather compared to week 1.
Yeah, it's about time, right? It's been like summertime here all the way, which good and bad about it. But yeah, I think Friday night looks like a little bit of that front starting to move in too, so it's going to cool off, and just another added great thing to the great environment that's going to be happening up there at Lafayette on Friday.
You bet. Well, Coach Sumner, as always, I greatly appreciate you being generous with your time, and go out and put more points on the board, and we'll get you on the Friday Night Live High School Football Scoreboard Show.
Awesome. Appreciate it, guy.
And that's a lot easier because it's just by phone. You don't have to, nobody has to hook up their cameras. They can just call in right here to the box. So I
love
look
it, man.
To you.
Awesome. Love it.
All right. Coach Eureka Wildcats head football coach Jacob Sumner, kind enough to join us here. And as always, the Missouri State Highway Patrol reminds us to take that 3 seconds and buckle up. It's 3 seconds that could save your life. Be safe, be smart, and be here tomorrow.